One. So this is a sort of a theory video from this episode, Tales from the Citadel. So first things first I want to discuss is who is Evil Morty and why does he want to kill everyone and why, well not kill, why does he want control over anything? So let's just stay on this image for a while. One thing that's common between for all Mortys, no matter which universe it is, no matter which dimension it is, the Rick is always the leader, and the Morty always follows. That's how it works. That's how it's been. That's how it's going to be. But what makes Evil Morty snap, or what breaks Evil Morty to do such a thing that he wants to control Rick? And we can see it on the in every single. We can see it every single episode. Why one Morty would snap. It's all of this shenanigans that Rick has them do. They go on these adventures, this time jumping, everything that causes them to die, puts them into such a risky position that any sane person would break. So that's what happens. The Morty broke. But what that I mean by that is he completely gave up on Rick, and then he took control and did all that Morty shenanigans. That's just one theory for me. That one Morty broke and destroyed all, which is not unlikely because as we see in Tales of the Citadel, there's several Mortys walking around, killing each other, murdering each other, doing stupid things because they're all broken because their Ricks have left them. They have nothing else to do. They have no purpose. So they start doing stupid things. We see a boss Morty. We see a corrupt cop Morty. We see everything. But we also see normal Ricks, rich Ricks, stupid Ricks, well, tall Morty. And that's where my second theory comes in. Evil Morty's Rick is the tall Morty, aka the dumb Rick. Reason being, Morty is a different level of smart compared to the Rick. So if we take a look at the pair and the consistency, there's one who's extremely smart and then there's one who's extremely stupid. So this is what happens. One smart, one stupid. But generally it's always the Ricks that are the smart ones and the Mortys that are stupid. But in that case it was different. So we got Evil Morty because he wanted to see what it felt like to be a second-rate citizen, so he gave it a try. Did enjoy it, killed another Rick, turned him into a machine, used him for his little business thing. Then he becomes president, which is his plan altogether, all of that. That's a lot of fun. But then there's my other thought that comes to mind. What if Evil Morty is just a byproduct of what we saw in the episode where they go to the relaxation bit, relaxation. Anyway, they go to relax and everything, and then they accidentally get rid of everything they feel is bad about them. So these guys. So I feel that Rick and that Morty might have gotten rid of the Rick might have gotten rid of something. Let's say he got rid of his genius by accident because he thought it was more of a curse than a blessing. And Morty got rid of him being super gullible and being Rick's bitch. Again, making him the dominant one, taking over Rick, controlling Rick, and then doing all this evil shit that causes so much mayhem to everyone. That's another way of looking at it. But what what does that all mean? We're not gonna we're gonna I'm gonna say that Morty was tortured by Rick and caused him to become evil. But why does he want control? Because everyone likes to be the top dog, and Morty's finally becoming the top dog. And that's my thought, that he just wants to become the top dog to control the Ricks for a change. Force them to do everything a Morty was forced to do. Force them to go into adventures or do stupid things that they don't want to do. Force them to do dark things, everything that they forced their Morty to do, go through hell. Like if you see, remember in the introduction as well. If you see, Rick, rather than save Morty from that cruel fate, he just walks in, picks his shit up, and leaves. And here, yeah, I don't know why I had an angry Rick picture. I just thought it'd be cool. So we're gonna go back to seeing everything that happens. The introduction gives us a lot that's gonna happen to our Rick and Morty, or to what's happened to the other versions of Rick and Morty. Because we see some Mortys being tortured, some Ricks dying, etc., etc. So I feel the introduction just a loophole into the other mindscapes of these beings or these Ricks and Mortys. That's another thing. Who is Evil Morty again? I feel like Evil Morty could either be a Morty that went rogue after being tortured by Rick continuously, or being abused by him, or being forced to do terrible adventures, etc., etc. Or he could be a Morty that gave up all of his humanity just so he could manipulate and have the balls to hurt Rick. I don't know which one it is, but if you enjoyed it, give it a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.